going to be Team Malaysia versus Indonesia. Well, it's the Tigers versus the White. And it's going to be an interesting battle here today. Now, let's very quickly run you through, of course, our names for the respective teams. And I'm going to start off with taking Team Malaysia. It's Zulisham Rusli. Then there's Shah Iswan Nordin. Kamal Hamidi Raihan. Hafizi Sudin. Wan Azle Wan Umar. Safi Mohammad Said. Amar Zamri. Azwan Zamri. Haris Izzat Hamidon. Harith Iqbal Anhar. Zulhilmi Azizat. Adin Iman. Mohammad Baruddin. And our coach, of course, is Nick Safuddin Ismape.
And for Indonesia, we have Arubimo Iman, Ravi Alfa, Mubarak, Muhammad San, Muhammad Nur Fajar, Nanda Septian Oldan Siregar, Andre Fiksi Gumilang, Muhammad Farozi, Zidan Zanwar, Trar Arya Sata Darmawan, Alwa Zidan, Bobo Taufik Hidayat, and Andika Yudhishthira Pratama, coached by Atlantica Rujawao. And referee for this game is none other than Sunny Lee from Hong Kong, China.
So that's an interesting one here today, of course. We've had a mix of officials right through, and Sunny Lee takes on. It's going to be interesting to see, well, what Indonesia and Malaysia can come up with. They've perennially been strong rivals. If you take that whole, triangle together, Harish, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, multi-sports, not just across, rugby sevens, but
everything else, yeah. And here we are, kickoff. It is 12 o'clock. It is high noon here in the Wild Wild West of Jurong. I've been waiting all week to say this, Glenn. Let's play some rugby.
Well put, I'd say, Harish, well put. It has been a bit of the Wild West, no doubt about it.
Try.
Well,
here we
talk
go.
About just pouncing on even the slightest hint of a chance to score, and I think he's done well there.
Yeah, Malaysia playing what's in front of them. Indonesia could be in for a long day if they don't keep the ball in hand. But Malaysia looking sharp.
So Adin Iman with the try, and Azwan converting.
Conversion successful.
So early points for Malaysia. Well, I think just a shoddy bit of defense from Indonesia, and then Malaysia just punishing them for it. So early days, but they've started off fairly well.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, we are at the C7s. We've got Malaysia against Indonesia here in the men's competition. Malaysia with a 7-0 lead. Straight through the middle, step off his left foot. And Malaysia with a try under the post, Glenn.
Well, that's how you call it, leading from the front, and Azwan does it again. He seems to be, well, just pulling in the points now. That's his second try. There'll also be a chance here for, that's his first try. He did have a conversion earlier, and it's also going to be time for him, well, to give the ball the run around again. It's going to be interesting to see how Indonesia fight back, because I do believe they'll have to pull up their socks to do that.
Yeah, well, Indonesia has not had possession of the ball just yet. Let's see them get some ball in hand and see what they can do. I'm sure they are a very talented side. They've been training hard for this. But Malaysia, right now, just with the upper hand, 14-0.
So, two successful conversions there to back up the tries, and I think that's done Team Malaysia fairly well. And here goes Azwan back again.
Great kick, great positioning. Malaysia looking to compete for that, and they do successfully, tapping the ball back.
I've noticed one thing about Team Malaysia, and watched this last year as well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Harish, but they are a bit unassuming off the field. They don't have the normal gait or the stride. They're very easy-going lads.
Oh,
Once they get onto the pitch,
guys ever.
Once they get onto the pitch, they just don a new avatar.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know where the step's going to come from. definitely something to watch out for, and one of the favorites of this tournament.
It's always good to watch
Malaysia
these
with
lads in action.
a play straight off the training ground here. Every member of the 7-man squad have touched the ball so far.
Well, that's just a complete sevens, isn't it?
That's right. And stretching the Indonesian defense, and they've come up with a 2v1 situation on the wing.
Well, that's copybook, isn't it? Absolutely no chance there. Harith Iqbal, well, gets it across the line. So
Try time in the corner. Let's see if the Malaysian kicker can convert and keep it up all the way out wide.
well, very fancy. Been watching the number 10, Azwan Zuhairi. Really, really strong player. He's got a extremely quick stride.
Definitely one of the seasoned campaigners in the Malaysian squad. And does he get this kick in? Unfortunately, just short, just shy. But Malaysia with a 19-0 lead, Glenn.
So it's always a tad bit of a worry, isn't it? I mean, when you get onto the field as well, Harish, getting into those corners next to the sidelines, always a bit difficult to get the angle.
Yeah, it's always, pressure's definitely on as well. But hey, these boys been training for it. These boys and ladies out here today have been training hard. Looking forward to see some amazing rugby out here today out in Jurong West.
Well,
Malaysia winning the kickoff battle again. Indonesia's not had any possession just yet. Malaysia have all the possession so far.
well, I think Team Malaysia just kind of not allowing them that. They've been holding on or grabbing possession as much as possible. And that's a rare fumble that we've seen.
And just as we said it, commentator's curse comes in. Malaysia a knock on. Indonesia.
You think Harith Iqbal's been listening?
Indonesia, however, with their first set play of the game. Let's see what they can come up with from here. Just inside their 22. Seems like there's a substitution coming on in the forwards. Indonesia bringing on one of their bigger lads. Possible change of game plan.
I think
Just to stabilize the scrum, I suppose.
they'd want to try and bolster their defense just a tad bit. I think with Team Malaysia just all over.
Pressure on there from the Malaysian scrum half. And Indonesia, unfortunately, knock on. Scrum to Malaysia now. Let's see what they have up their sleeves right now.
Just initiated. It's Adi Naman.
Big impact there from the scrum. Big contact. Short ball there. Fend off.
9 out of 10, you know, he's going to take that through. That's his second try. Azwan Zuhairi, we just spoke about him earlier, and, you know, Harish mentioning the fact that he is a seasoned player. He's fairly fast on his feet. He's well efficient enough to shrug off.
The CB can make this conversion. Once again, if you're just tuning in, it is 7 minutes past the 12 o'clock hour here at Jurong West. We've got Malaysia versus Indonesia.
Another conversion there for Azwan Zuhairi as well. Well, I think Team Malaysia.
Big hit there. Malaysia opting to kick off to the right this time. But Indonesia with the ball. Great line speed defense from Malaysia, who seem to have collected it back. Possession is with Malaysia.
Adi Naman getting it through to Haris Izzat. And once
Step
again,
off his left, step off
Azwan.
his right, and he finds himself in the try zone.
Well, just makes it look so easy every time, doesn't he? You know, Azwan Zuhairi. So that's 3 tries for him now.
It's looking to be top scorer of this tournament so far as it stands, I think.
That's probably his aim.
If there is an award, he's on track.
Well, that's got to be the best thing when you start off your morning or you start off your game session. Keeping in mind the fact that you want to be the scoring machine.
Malaysia playing the second game. They beat Singapore earlier on this morning, so kept them to a nil score as well. So Malaysia has not let in a try this tournament so far.
So Malaysia looking fairly strong, and at the end of that, well, first half, let's very quickly remind you, it's Malaysia 31, Indonesia 0. Well, do stay with us as we get into second half action in just a little bit. But as of now, let's remind you that Team Malaysia are dominating this pitch.
Malaysia with a 31-0 lead over Indonesia.
And Indonesia do get the ball rolling this time around, straight from the centre by
Malaysia in possession now. Swing the ball wide. Little show and go. Taking him out outside. Can he go all the way?
So Anmar, well, he's going to keep that absolutely clean. And we spoke about copybook right there, try in the corner. So
within the first 20 seconds of the second half, Malaysia on the scoreboard again.
So Amar Zamri, looks like he's going to be giving, well, Azwan Zuhairi a bit of a contest.
Well, I think Indonesia, to be fair, has not really had possession of the ball just yet, but kudos to Malaysia for keeping it that way. We were watching Indonesia warming up, some good silky hands, but hey, they need it is sevens rugby. You need the ball to score, you need the ball to play. But Malaysia controlling all of that right now.
At this time, Harith Iqbal, of course, well, just dragging that ball wide. Must ask you, Harish, how often do you get a chance to actually play a game of sevens?
Once in a while. I mean, my sevens days are definitely long ago. I've actually played the sevens variant a couple of times for Singapore back when I was younger. Played it for my club. We are actually, the club scene is actually getting ready for the 7 series here in Singapore. There's one in May, there's one in June. My club, the SEC, has started training already, so have other clubs. But yeah, I'll give it a crack once in a while, but I'll stick and focus to the 15s game right now. But happy to be here at the C7s, chatting with you, Glenn, at this wonderful tournament organized by Singapore Rugby.
So while Indonesia, of course, get the benefit of this scrum, I must ask you though, Harish, you know, fitness levels for you guys, totally different, right? In terms of the sevens and in terms of the normal rugby. You lads also have to be buffed and really tough. And the sevens lads would focus more on speed rather than
speed,
on
endurance. You know, you're going 100% for 7 minutes and a half, and you obviously got to cover more ground. And you know, kudos to these boys. These guys are fit.
So if you are a non-sprinter like me, stick to the 15-man format.
Hey, but
It's slightly better.
But that's the beauty of rugby, right? You know, there is a position and a place for everyone in the game, whether
Absolutely.
you're 5'1" or 6'6", 70 kg or 150 kg. There's something for everyone.
You're so right about that.
That's why we love this game.
So really trying to make a few inroads here, and I think a brave run there from Nanda Septian. He's been the only one for Team Indonesia who's tried to create anything. But Team Malaysia, well, just refusing to let him get past.
Malaysia at the break on the blind.
Well, that's the fourth-time round.
Unfortunately, sorry, that was Lao on the break. Sorry, Indonesia on the break on the blind. Malaysia off their feet. I think referee Sunny from Hong Kong has just shown a yellow card. Well, hey, Malaysia at 6 men on the park now. Indonesia at 7. Let's see if they can take advantage of their 1 man advantage, Glenn.
So that's definitely going to be something to watch for. Keep in mind the fact that it's Safi Mohamed Said,
And
who
just
has
as we
been
said,
benched.
Indonesia break through and score under the
Absolutely
post.
marvelous there. Well, he was going to take it all the way home, and he certainly has. It's Mohamed Iksan.
Iksan playing what's in front of him and scoring the try.
Chance for a conversion here, and it's Nanda Septian. Not too difficult. as he
Conversion
converts.
successful, and it is 36-7 to Malaysia. Once again, folks, it is 15 minutes past 12 o'clock. It is high noon out here in the Wild Wild West of Jurong.
And we are still just getting warmed up. We've got 3 more games left in this late morning session.
Before our lunch break, is it, Glenn?
Absolutely. And then, of course, we've got a terrific tea session, I would call it. I don't really normally drink tea, but I've always figured a way to call it a tea or a supper session.
Well, it is hot out here in Singapore and Southeast Asia, so we are definitely being well taken care of with lots of water out here. And been given a bit of electrolytes from our sponsors, Optimum Nutrition.
So
Malaysia on the break on the far left, cutting through the middle.
well, absolutely makes it look like a walk in the park, doesn't he? No. And he's going to stroll across that.
Trying to kill some time. But kudos to Indonesia for trying to stop that. Malaysia definitely looking like the fitter of the two teams here.
So that's the second try for Adin Aman. He'll look to convert as well. And conversion successful here for him, which means, well, Malaysia's points just climbing now. They're up to 43. So Harish, you're definitely getting a few comments well on your exploits.
Yeah, definitely. Someone recognized my voice and mentioned, actually, reminded me, actually, the last time I played sevens was actually a couple of years ago during the Midnight Sevens where my team won. My team was called Dragon Football. Shout out to the boys. Some of them still playing rugby to this day.
That was an event too, wasn't it, the Midnight Sevens?
Oh, it's always a
Absolutely marvelous,
classic
wasn't it?
Singaporean event. But here we have Indonesia there with a little grubber through. His winger picks it up. A second grubber through. Unfortunately, does not go his way. Idea was there, though.
Also, it's try Arya Satya.
Quick line-out taken there. Line-out was not formed, so Malaysia could play. Malaysia looking to pile on some points. Malaysia playing a very close game right now.
Well, just a bit of, well, hesitation there, but he's done well to hold on. And that was Zulisham Rusli.
Looks like Malaysia got the boys from Indonesia outnumbered there on the wing. He's taking Forward pass. Ref is calling back for a scrum, but time's up. We end this game, Glenn, with a scoreline of 43-7 to Malaysia.
So Malaysia dominating the first period of play, and the second, of course, Azwan Zohari coming out on top there. He had 3 tries and 3 conversions. It's been an absolutely phenomenal bit of work from him. So Malaysia 43, Indonesia 7. Do stick with us as we get into the next game, which will come up in just a little bit. And that's going to be a very, very interesting one. So it's all happening right here at the Jurong West Sports Centre, or what we'll call the Jurong Stadium. I did mention this. One of the things that I do love about this place is the fact that it does have, the train lines that run just next door. I'm always a big fan of